Hello Gemini, welcome to your December reading for 2017. I'd like to thank you for your support for my channel, for subscribing, liking, sharing and leaving fabulous comments as well. It's been very humbling and I greatly appreciate it. It's nice to get feedback so that I know what you're thinking and how it resonates with you. These are general readings for Gemini. So if you would like more depth, you can book in for a personal one-on-one reading. The link is below if you would like to do that. Also listen to your moon sign and rising sign, and that also gives you some extra information that you might find useful as well. So let's get started and see what's here for you, Gemini. Okay. Good cards, I think. They're jumping out at me, Gemini, so you've got a very busy time in December, I think. There's going to be a lot of activity, a lot of things to do, a lot of new things to look at and decisions to make. I'm also going to give you a card from my Dreamtime deck. This has been painted by an artist, Laura Bowen, an Australian artist, a bit of Australiana. They're beautiful cards, oracle cards, with a wonderful energy. I really love them. So let's see what's there for you. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at what's going on here. Okay, I feel like, Gemini, there is a passage out of difficulties for you. It's about, you know, things that you've experienced in the past, any problems, adversities, hurdles, any of that. You're leaving that behind. You've been hibernating, you've been considering things, you've been in a cocoon, you've sort of been almost, I feel like, you know, your energy a little bit blocked, stuck, not knowing which direction to go in. Well, that time's gone, it's past, and so what's coming up ahead for you is this, you know, emerging as this butterfly, this newness. This newness, a new day, a new start, a new beginning, and leaving behind all the difficulties, all the problems, all the challenges that have been presented to you. So it's a time of really moving forward for you in December, which is really lovely because December sets us up for 2018. So that, you know, it's important to start calling in the energy that we want to manifest for 2018. And that's very much what's going on around you. Okay, I feel like where there's been problems with finances, they've been a little bit tight, they've been locked up, you know, money coming in, money going out. You're going to start getting a little bit of relief from that. Okay, I feel like you have had money coming in, but what's been coming in is going out, which is always a good thing because it's coming in to go out. So that's all good. But I feel like that's going to start growing for some of you. For some of you, I feel like there's been a holding on of finances, not being sure of what the future's holding, so that there's been a holding on of finances and not releasing those very easily. Okay, so that for some of you, there's been a little bit of a difficult time with finances. Okay, but I do feel like that is going to start changing. That is going to start moving on. That energy is going to move on and finances are going to lighten up. They're going to get better. They're going to start feeling like you've got a little bit of relief and a little bit of flow. So that's really good because there's new pathways, new ventures, new decisions, new choices for you to make. So it's about things opening up for you. there are going to be choices, there's decisions. I feel like for some of you there's a decision, there's a job choice, there's a job decision, there's, you know, where would I want to work? For some of you it's working in two jobs, as you know, casually in both jobs, so that there is two types of work that you're working in. For others of you it's about having gone for a job interview and you've got a choice now between, you've got two choices and you can choose one of those. Which one do you want to choose? So the choices, I feel like, as far as work goes, is very much with you, okay? With you, which is what brings in the finances, which improves those finances, because there's new beginnings, okay? There's new beginnings there, okay? I feel like I want to say to you too, for those of you that have been made redundant, there is openings, there is choices for you, there is other work for you, so that you do move on to another line of work, or you start up your own business. If you've had a payout, you start up your own business, which will be beneficial, and that's the new beginning. So for Geminis, I feel like the new beginnings for a lot of you is to do with your work environment, okay? Is your work environment. You do need to watch your mental state, to watch your emotional state. Don't collapse yourself into despair. You really need to keep positive. Stay positive, bring in what you want to bring in, because people are going to notice that energy, okay? So that you need to really have faith and belief in that things will turn out. I can't see why they wouldn't turn out, because you've got some very good cards. So if you're feeling like that, if you're feeling like it's all too hard and you're tired and you've had enough, you need to really have a mind shift, because it is good around you. It is good. It's working for you. There has been change that's come in for you, and it's come in very quickly. It's come in very quickly. There's been a real shedding of the old skin, the old way of doing things. Okay, that's shifted. That's shifted. And there's newness coming in. Quite a few signs have had this. So there's a lot of change around. There's change. There's times to reassess for the new beginnings. Okay, you need to herald in new beginnings. Okay, that's why that change has happened. Things, the status quo, the comfort zone, that had to be taken away so that you could come into your own. Okay, make those changes. Make those changes. Watch that. Okay, there's no need for that, because what you've got in your, you know, coming up for you in December is the High Priestess. Is you're sitting pretty. World is your oyster. You can manifest. You can bring in whatever you want. You know, it's follow your instinct. Follow your intuition, because it's you're able to call in what it is you need. Everything you need is there for you. It's all about your state of mind. So let's try and change that. Okay? There's no need for that, because there's goodness coming. There's goodness ahead for you. So call it in. These changes have happened for a reason, to take you out of your comfort zone, to reach higher and better areas in your life, improvement in your life, bring improvement into your life. Okay, it's a really positive card. It's a really positive card. The High Priestess is one of intuition, you know, one of knowing internally what you want to create, know what's right, know that the choices and decisions that you're going to make are the right ones. So have faith in that. Have faith in yourself. Try and keep your emotions in check, because if you're not balanced, you're not going to be able to utilize this energy as well. Okay, so have faith that it's all going to turn out. It's all going to turn out well, because you know you really are. You really are very strong. You know, you've got the Emperor card here, which is this is the direction that the month's going to take, that December's going to take. You're strong. You're independent. You have the ability to create your own environment. You know, decide what it is you want. Decide the direction you want to go in, and bring it in. okay, and bring it in. I feel like there is, you know, a lot of change, a lot of endings around you. Okay, death, you know, people always think, oh gosh, death, that's a terrible card. It's not a terrible card. It's not a terrible card. Death is out with the old and in with the new. It's about, you know, really, and this is sort of what started to happen for you last month, and it's coming in now to really get rid of anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Old ways of doing things, work, old jobs, you know, things that job you were in that you weren't happy with, that you were, you know, you'd go to work with a heavy heart, you know. Look at changing it. Look at moving jobs, moving department, making changes that makes that situation more comfortable for you. So it's really about rebirth. It's about rebirth, making those choices and decisions that are going to be good for you. Okay, and having that rebirth, that new beginning, because it's there for you. It's there for you, and you're very capable of doing it. Okay. All right. Also, there's new financial beginnings as well coming for you. Okay. New financial beginnings coming for you. That situation will get better, and I feel like in 2018 it will get better. By March 2018, you're going to feel so much better about your finances. Okay. So much better, so much more relieved with finances, and that sort of starts the ball rolling in December. That starts in December. Okay, so you're still at the point of bringing in changes in December. Okay, there is some regret over something. There is some regret over something. With some of you, Gemini. And it's also about some of you are still holding on to things from the past. So it's time to let go and move on. So anything that you've got in the past that you still are holding on to, it's about letting it go, moving on, and allowing the new things to come in. Okay? At some of you, it's choices and decisions that you're going to make that are going to cause an emotional loss, but that then allows new things to come in. But it is going to be a very difficult decision for you to make. Okay, they're never easy. They're never easy. But it's about making it, moving on, and moving on to new horizons, moving on to new areas. So there's some difficult decisions for you to make in December. I'm not going to leave it at that. I'm going to find, you know, give you some more cards, because it's really, yeah, it's to do with an emotional situation. So for some of you, it's about dealing with children that have got issues or problems. Some of you, it's family. Some of you, it's a relationship. Okay, it's on an emotional level. And I always find around Christmas time, these emotional things always come up. You know, it's about clearing out what's no longer relevant in your life, Gemini. And they're tough decisions. It's a tough call, but it's about clearing away what is no longer relevant to allow newness to come in next year. Okay, so and there is newness. There is new things coming in for you. So allow that. Clean out the old. Clean out the old. You know, you've got two. You've got two. The Magician. Happy about that. I'm happy about that. So you're clearing out the old. Unless you make room for new things to come in, there's no room for new things to come in, and that's where you're at. That's where you're at. You've got to decide. You've got to make decisions that are going to allow you to clear out what is no longer relevant, what is no longer good for you, what is no longer serving you, to allow and be able to bring in what is good, new things, new changes, you know, new things in life, new direction, new work, new loves, new way of doing things, more finances, because you've got the Pentacles there as well, more money, you know. So there's all of, you know, all of that you can bring in. So bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. You've got two cards here. you've got the eagle, which Taurus got as well. Okay, so it's about standing back, viewing a situation from a distance. You know, eagles have got a very astute eyesight, and they observe before they take action. So it's about stepping back, distancing yourself from situations and really looking at it from a distance so that you see it more clearly and you can observe it before you take action, before you make decisions. Okay, that's really important. Okay, that's really important. It's quite a strong animal. There's a lot of strength in an eagle, you know, and there's the sunshine as well. So good things are going to come from it. Growth is going to come from it. Okay? So that's really important. The other one that you've got is the dragonfly, which is about clarity. They're always busy. They're always, you know, buzzing around. They're always resourceful. You know, they see things with clarity. So it's about being the observer and seeing things clearly, seeing things for what they are, and then making your choices and decisions, then taking your action, so that it's calculated. It's not something that's done spontaneously or emotion, with a lot of emotion. You're being very rational, very, very clear with what decisions you're making. Okay, so December for you is a month of really making some difficult decisions, but wise decisions. Okay, really look at how they sit with you, and what needs to be brought in, what things need to be cleared out to allow new things to flow in. Okay, and that can be on the work front or the home front or the relationship front. Okay, but really watch your emotions. Okay, stay positive. Keep looking at what the possibilities are, what new things are going to come in, because you're being asked to leave your comfort zone. That's a hard one for you, Gemini. You're being asked to leave your comfort zone and bring in newness. Okay, and that newness is going to see you through 2018. So let's lay the foundations in December to allow that to happen. Okay, I hope that helps you, Gemini. I hope that's beneficial. Let me know how it goes, and please subscribe and like my channel. That would be great. And if you would like a personal reading, then you can follow the link below.